Get to that later.
Oh.
We will.
So true.
Cosplay here.
Oh, that's better.
Because Megaman is a true hero. Megaman is the only hero.
I have so many nice things to show you that aren't on the computer but are in this bag.
Sweet.
But we'll get to that in a second. But at first, I should open up with a video about the very first Mega Man to get everyone in the mood of things.
I like this one.
So, welcome to Legends of the Blue Bomber.
Woo!
In this panel, we're going to discuss Capcom's actually longest running franchise that they have, Mega Man, which started back in late 86 in Japan and 87 here, so it outstrapped Street Fighter by a couple of years, so as we all know, they just love their Mega Man nowadays. But like I said, we'll be getting into that later and crying on each other's shoulders about how much jerks Capcom is. So, a few years ago, Capcom released the 20th anniversary book for Mega Man, which had details and profiles and stuff, and because they were actually nice for once, they released it in the States as well, so it's gigantic and amazing. It has a cover price of $39.99.
Oh, yeah.
Also, it's so rare. Oh, and by the way, the original version is half original and half Mega Man X, and since America would have made that like $5 billion, they split it into 2 volumes, which I don't have the X one yet because it's always sold out on Amazon, and if you find it at cons, it's like $90. So, but we'll start out with the original Mega Man, which is called Rockman in Japan because his name is Rock and his sister's name is Roll, and nobody in America got that joke. So,
And it was an awesome pun. I can't believe they changed it.
well, they sort of keep it in, sort of,
Sort
kind of.
of, I know, but
Well,
it ain't the same.
My favorite genre is Mega and Roll, actually.
Yes,
Favorite genre of music.
I do love the Mega.
But yes, in the original game, I think we all know the story. Dr. Light made all of these robot masters to help the city of Monsteropolis, at which point, of course, Dr. Wily steals them, kidnaps, and reprograms these 6, and Mega Man has to convert himself from being essentially a modified broom to being the super fighting robot that he is now. So everybody was all cute and squat and dumb looking back then. Inafune actually said in an interview that if any of his employees, like now, ever submitted art like this, he would tell them to go away and do it again. But yeah, we have our original robot masters of Cutman, Iceman, Fireman, Electman, Bombman, and Gutsman. All of which, except for, actually yeah, all of these were in the old terrible Mega Man cartoon, which was so wonderful.
That thing was
And then, of course, we have all of our hated enemies, especially the Yellow Devil, the Rock Monster, who, as you saw in the video, is terrible because he splits himself up, and that's the only part you can shoot right there. It only shows up for a second. It's a good thing NES games were glitchy.
Yep.
No match for the pause bucket.
Yep. And then, of course, there was good old Mega Man 2, which a lot of people consider the best Mega Man game that's ever been released ever forever. Which, it's pretty great. In fact, it's Inafune's favorite game, so we got things like platforms and jetting around and the best weapon that's ever used in Mega Man ever. And then, of course, we started to go into more of the weirder bosses, like Bubble Man, can't swim even though he's an underwater robot, and Woodman, who actually is made out of wood. Like they sometimes forget that, but in one of the official profiles, it said that he actually is made out of nothing but wood. I don't know how, but then again, Dr. Wily was able to make a robot that can freeze time, so... Yeah. So of course we also got like amazing bosses like the Mecha Dragon, which literally shows up out of nowhere when you're climbing Wily's castle, the Guts Dozer, the Beam Trap, which everybody hates. The Gutsman or the Guts Dozer? Because this one's the Guts Dozer.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, never mind.
And then of course Dr. Wily is an alien. And then of course we get to Mega Man 3, which is where we're introduced to Mega Man's faithful dog Rush. And incidentally, oh wait, other pocket. I actually have my copy of Mega Man 3.
Oh, wow. Woo!
Because, you know, Mega Man 3 is actually my favorite Mega